My name's David Cairns, International Marketing Apprentice here at Alexander Battery Technologies. Today we're joined by two members of the team, Dianna Sanchez, a project manager, and Amy Jefferson, our HR manager. So, Dianna, let's start with you. What inspired you to pursue a career in engineering?
Um, right. So for me, I think it was all about curiosity and purpose. Growing up in a world full of technological advances, innovation, for me it was I just wanted to be part of the movement, be part of the solution, try to help people. I love a challenge, so I think that had to do with it as well. And yeah, for me, it was all about doing something that really had an impact.
And Amy, as a HR manager, how do you make sure to attract women into engineering when you're recruiting?
I think we as a business are in a very unique position. Manufacturing is a typically male dominated industry, so you're always battling that stigma. But we at Alexander's, we're proud to say we've got over 40% of our staff are female, which again, it's an anomaly in manufacturing on its own. And so attracting women into these engineering roles and other roles in this business, we obviously have to make sure that we as an employer are attractive, so having family friendly policies and procedures, recognising the talent and developing that talent, so offering things like apprenticeship schemes and further development and opportunities. So not just not just an operator can come in and say, I've got a real interest in engineering, I'd actually like to progress into project engineering or electronics engineering. We can then put them on a pathway that supports them. And I think from a recruitment perspective, when we do have talent like Dianna come and visit us on site, when we're interviewing, I think it just demonstrates, being able to show them around the facilities and see all of these women working on projects, working on the line, working in senior leadership positions. It's great, and it makes my job a lot easier.
So, would you say, as a business, we're a bit of an anomaly in the manufacturing space?
Absolutely, but
Yeah,
in the best way possible.
definitely.
Dianna, I'd like to ask you a bit more about your experience. So, what has been some of the most exciting projects or applications you've worked on here at Alexander Battery Technologies?
Okay, that's a really good question, and I think that's a tough one, because I really like my job here, because I get to learn so much about new technologies and in emerging markets. I think for now I'm working. I mean, it's a project that's currently undergoing what we call design freeze, and it's a customer that we have in Canada. Um, I really like this application because it's about a torque driver, and the concept is really has cutting edge technology, and for me that's like gets me really, I don't know, excited about the future in terms of manufacturing and in terms of like what's next here at ABT. So for me, I think that's one of the best projects I'm on currently. Doesn't mean I don't like the other projects. I just, for me, that's top of my head what I'm working at, and I also really love the team I have on that project, because everyone knows the crack, everyone knows what they're doing, and everyone is just syncing up very well. So I really like it.
And could you tell us a bit more about these other projects, please?
Yeah, definitely. So currently we got a lot going on in the business. So there is a lot of projects that we need to deliver in the next couple of months. So it's been quite busy. So it's pretty exciting as well, because you get to see how everything comes together, from the design to testing to manufacturing. So I think that's one of the best things about engineering as well, because it's not all about technical knowledge, but it's also about how we all work as a team and about leadership as well. So, yeah, that's a bit of an insight.
I think one of the key things that I see in Diana's role is that collaboration element that she's mentioned, but the innovation, the thinking outside of the box, which, all engineers have to have that. Okay, it's not working in this normal way. How do we get this resolved? And Diana and the team work really well together to get these projects to the line.
And across your entire engineering journey, has there ever been a role model or a mentor that's ever helped you?
Oh, definitely. So I think, well, I've always thought that a mentor is key in your career as an engineer or as a woman in STEM, really, because it really makes a difference. For me, right now, my boss is really one of the best figures because he's always giving me advice on what to do, what not to do, and that really is shaping me as an engineer and shaping me as a professional here at ABT, and I'm really thankful for that.
Amy, you mentioned before that we're a bit of an anomaly when it comes to manufacturing. What sort of challenges do we face as a business to hire women in STEM?
I think it's for me one of the ways of tackling the challenge is by engaging with girls at a young age. That's from primary school to secondary school to college to university, and it's trying to inspire that next generation of engineers and that next generation of women engineers as well. And so a way of us combating that is we'll engage with local schools and colleges and get all of the children on site and give them a bit of an insight to Alexander Battery Technologies and some of the fantastic work we do here. And having that interaction at such a young age and then a repeat visit, when they're at secondary school and college, you are firmly putting into their mind, this is a potential career path for you. Now they might decide actually it's not for them, it's not what they enjoy doing, and that's okay. It's not about every woman needs to be in STEM, but for those who have got a keen interest in it, I think it's our job and duty to say to young girls, we are one of these organisations that inspire women to work for us, and our headcount speaks for itself. So that's some of the things we're trying to do to tackle the challenge.
And have we seen any benefits from that?
Absolutely. I think I can speak from experience that we've had quite a lot of people, a lot of students and children through the doors of Alexander Battery Technologies, and we've kept in touch with them, and we've actually went on to hire them through apprenticeship programs, and whether it's works experience as well. It's been fun and it's been nice to see. And even if somebody says engineering isn't quite for me, but I actually like marketing, can you help me? And then we can give them 2 weeks experience, which again just highlights us and what we do.
So Dianna, we were talking behind the scenes and you shared a bit about your university. Could you share a bit more on camera for us now, please?
I mean, I was mentioning to you that when I was studying my bachelor's degree a couple of years ago, women were more the exception rather than the rule. And I've seen this progress massively in the span of these years. I've seen more women and young girls interested in engineering and also stepping into these leadership roles or more confidently, which really gives me hope for the future. And in terms of we're going to have a fairer career in STEM, like it's going to be 50-50 maybe in a couple of years in terms of male-dominated industry. It's not going to be called that anymore. So it's, hoping to see this in a couple of years.
Do you think because of you seeing that at university, how such a male-dominated field, that really shifted your mindset?
Maybe it had to do a little bit with that, but for me it was always the end game was always be an engineer, try to change the world, which is a little bit of maybe surreal, but like it was always a challenge for me. Like, okay, I'm gonna be one of those girls that are gonna change how the industry is like, and because of that, I think I've faced even more challenges, if that makes sense, because I've faced tons of barriers in the years I've been in the professional world. But at the same time, it also has been very rewarding because I've learned a lot. I've met tons of people that have helped me through the years. And it only makes me really hopeful for the future.
Speaking of your future, what do you hope to achieve, or what are your aspirations for the next 5 years?
So, for me, it's continue being in the path of engineering, but in a more leadership position. Also, I see myself as a mentor to young girls, as in help them to get to a point where they embrace their curiosity, embrace, um, yeah, engineering as a really good career, because it is, and that's where I see in the next couple of years, really.
And Amy, what are your aspirations for the next 5 years?
I think my aspirations are around developing our talent. So Dianna, she's just mentioned there for her plan is to get into leadership positions, and we absolutely want to support Dianna, and I'll be doing my very best to help her through that career transition. Because I think Dianna is such a fantastic engineer and an inspiration to our staff and our younger employees. I think Diana's got a couple of apprentices working for her who couldn't be with us today, but I know for a fine fact she's inspiring them every day to do the best in their career. And I think from an organisation level, I want to continue the good work we do with the schools and colleges and inspiring that next generation. But I also want to make sure that we're inspiring other businesses in the northeast to follow suit and to, think really hard about their diversity and, looking when they are at their hiring practices, just taking that chance on that girl who, has got a real passion for engineering.
So, if there was a girl in front of you who wanted to pursue a career in engineering, what type of things would you say to her to get her inspired?
You can absolutely do anything you put your mind to, and I speak from experience. I've seen a lot in my 5 years at Alexander Battery Technologies, and if it's taught me anything, it's that we can do anything we put our minds to. So just take the chance, don't be afraid, don't worry about what others are thinking, just take that leap of faith.
Yeah, for sure. I would like to add to what Amy said here. For me, it would be like super simple advice that I would give to young girls, like own your voice, ask tons of questions. Again, don't be afraid of asking anything, challenge assumptions, because that's literally what's going to help you throughout your career. Well, at least that's what has helped me, and I think it's all about that, really, just embracing curiosity and just make them comfortable within this industry, and yeah, feeling accepted, really.
Both brilliant bits of advice. I want to thank you both for joining us today in honour of International Women in Engineering Day, so thank you very much.